Have you ever felt like something is missing? Like no matter what you do, no matter how much you achieve, there's this quiet ache inside, a heaviness that words can't describe, a feeling that follows you, even in your happiest moments. You smile, you laugh, but deep down, something doesn't feel whole. It's like there's a hole in your chest that nothing seems to fill. You chase success, you chase love, you chase dreams, experiences, validation, all hoping that maybe this time it will be enough. But it never is, because the moment the high fades, the emptiness returns. You look around, and everyone seems to be doing the same, running, grasping, reaching for something they can't quite name. And you wonder, is this it? Is this what life is supposed to feel like? You scroll through endless pictures of happiness, smiles, perfect lives, glowing skin and golden sunsets. But when the screen goes dark, you're still left with yourself. And in the silence, that question returns. Why do I feel this way? They told you happiness was out there, that if you just worked harder, looked better, made more, loved better, then you'd feel complete. But what if they lied to you? What if the world has been feeding you the wrong answers to the right questions? What if the emptiness you feel isn't a flaw? What if it's a sign, a whisper from the soul, calling you back to something deeper, something real, something forgotten? This is not the end. This is the beginning. The truth is, emptiness isn't the absence of something. It's the presence of something deeper, a disconnection from yourself, from the truth of who you are. The world around you convinces you that there's something missing, that you need more to be more. But what if that's the illusion? What if what you've been searching for isn't something out there, but something within? From the moment you were born, you were told what you should want, what you should believe, who you should love, what you should be. The world wrapped you in its expectations, imprinting upon you ideas and desires that were never your own. You were taught to follow the path that others laid before you, to seek approval, validation, even affection, all at the cost of losing touch with yourself. But somewhere along the way, that connection faded. You gave more and more of yourself away, until one day you looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the reflection staring back. The world told you happiness would come if you simply followed the steps. Work hard, be successful, have more. But when you reach the top of the ladder, it's always empty. The illusion was never meant to be a solution. It was a distraction, a way to keep you from seeing what lies underneath. But this illusion isn't just something external. It's within you too. You've become so accustomed to chasing what's outside that you forgot to look inside. Forgot to reconnect with the quiet part of you that knows who you truly are. What would happen if you stopped chasing the illusion? What if, instead of grasping for something more, you simply stopped and listened? What if the answer isn't somewhere out there, but here, within you? The world has shaped your desires, but now it's time for you to shape your truth. The world you live in, it's not the one you were born into. It's a machine, a system built to distract you, to keep you searching, to keep you wanting. The world has become a labyrinth of noise, of flashing lights, of endless scrolls and notifications. Everywhere you look, there's something pulling you in, something promising you happiness, satisfaction, fulfillment. If you just buy this, go here, do that. The world tells you that more is always better. That happiness lies in accumulation. Things, likes, attention, possessions. But have you ever wondered how much of it is actually yours? Social media, entertainment, consumerism, all designed to keep you busy, to keep you distracted from the deeper truths of your life. It's easy to get caught up in it, to think that these things can fill the void. But the more you consume, the emptier you feel. You spend hours scrolling, clicking, buying, chasing. But every time you reach for something outside of you, it slips away. And what's left is a deeper ache. You're on a treadmill, running but never moving forward. The more you try to keep up with the pace, the more you feel like you're falling behind. The machine feeds on your emptiness, on your longing for something more. It tells you that you'll only be happy when you have enough, when you're enough. But the truth is, the more you consume, the less you become. This isn't just a problem with technology or society. It's a problem of the soul. The machine teaches you that you need to be filled. But what if you've been full all along? What if the emptiness isn't a lack of things, but a lack of connection to your true self? You've been chasing after illusions. But what if the only thing missing is your willingness to stop and just be? Before the noise, before the distractions, there was you. You were born whole, pure, without the layers of expectation, the judgments, the stories. But somewhere along the way, you were taught that you weren't enough, that you needed to change, to improve, to prove yourself. And so, you started to hide the parts of you that didn't fit into the molds the world had created. But beneath all of that, underneath the weight of the world's expectations, you were always there. The you that knows the truth. The you that remembers what it means to feel alive, to be present, to just be. Do you remember when you were a child? When the world was simpler, when your joy came from just being, from the wind on your face, the laughter in your heart, when everything was an adventure, and the only thing that mattered was the feeling of freedom. That part of you is still here. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's buried under the layers of fear, of self-doubt, of societal pressures. But it's still there, waiting for you to reconnect, to remember. You don't need to go somewhere else to find it. You don't need to be someone else to feel it. You just need to peel away the layers, the illusions that have kept you stuck, and return to your own origin. The truth is, you've always been enough. You've always been whole. You were never lost. You just forgot how to listen to your heart. So stop looking for something outside of yourself. The answers you seek are already within you, waiting to be remembered. The journey isn't to find yourself. It's to return to who you've always been. We all wear masks, every single one of us. Some of us wear them so well that we forget they're even there. We put on a mask to fit in, to be liked, to be accepted. At first, it feels harmless. Maybe you wear a mask of confidence, of success, of having it all together. You tell yourself that it's just part of the game, part of surviving in the world. But the more you wear it, the heavier it becomes. The more you become what you pretend to be, until one day you look in the mirror and you don't recognize yourself anymore. The world tells you who to be. It tells you that you need to be strong, perfect, successful, popular. It tells you that you need to fit in, that you need to be like everyone else. So you adopt the mask of the perfect friend, the perfect partner, the perfect worker. But with every mask you wear, you lose a little bit of who you really are. You forget what it feels like to just be you, to speak your truth without fear of judgment, to embrace your flaws without hiding them, to let go of the need for validation. The mask keeps you safe, but it also keeps you stuck. It keeps you trapped in the illusion that you have to be something you're not, that you have to meet someone else's expectations to be worthy. But the truth is, you don't need to wear a mask to be loved. You don't need to pretend to be something you're not to be enough. You don't need to hide your real self behind a facade of perfection. You just need to remove the mask, let go of the fear, and allow yourself to be seen, truly seen, for who you really are. The real you, the raw, unfiltered you, is worthy of love, is worthy of acceptance, is worthy of belonging. And once you let go of the mask, you'll begin to feel the freedom that comes with authenticity. You'll begin to feel alive again, because the real you is already whole. The moment of awakening doesn't come with a loud bang. It doesn't announce itself in grand gestures. It's subtle, gentle, like the first light of dawn breaking through the darkness. You start to notice things you never saw before. The way the world feels different. The way the silence speaks to you. The way you begin to see through the illusions you once believed in. It's as if the veil has been lifted, and you can finally see the truth of who you are. The truth that you were always whole, that you were always enough, that you don't need to chase approval or validation. You start to remember the feeling of peace, the calmness of just being, without the constant need to do, to prove, to seek. The noise of the world fades away, and in that silence, you find yourself. Not the version of you others have told you to be, not the version you've built to survive, but the real you. The one who is both perfectly imperfect, the one who is not defined by achievements or failures, the one who is not defined by labels, but by the essence of simply existing. You realize that you were never lost, that all the searching, all the running, all the trying to be someone else was just a journey back to yourself. The awakening is not about becoming something new. It's about shedding all that was never truly you. It's about remembering who you are underneath the layers of fear and embracing that truth. In that moment of awakening, you realize that you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be anyone other than yourself. And when you fully accept that, you find the freedom you've been searching for all along. And it's in this awakening that true peace begins to flow. True peace isn't something you need to chase. It's something that arises when you stop running, when you stop fighting, when you stop hiding behind the mask. And in that peace, you find the clarity to move forward, not because you need to, but because you simply want to live authentically, to embrace life fully, to be the real you. In this moment, you are truly free. And in that freedom, you find the power to heal, to grow, to evolve. You are here. You are enough. And you are already home